Alright, here we are out here. We're about 5 days out from the last video. This is for chapter 5. On this one I kind of noticed I've been reading out the descriptions out loud, and I'm sure you already know the definitions, so I'm going to try to stop reading them out loud and just show my understanding of them, as well as try to be more fluent in these videos, because I feel that I'm stuttering and trying to, I don't know, just figure it out on this. So, actually, let me sit down right here just to be in a better position. On the way over here, I found this little guide, and this is perfect for chapter 5. So it's just a little piece of fruit. I don't know, it's pretty dried out. It's been there for a while, but it was up in one of the trees. I don't know if it's a crab apple or what it is, and I don't know how abundant it is around here. I mean, I don't really see them too often, but you never know. But this is a great example for a few things in this chapter. So with interspecific competition, this is a great example because the birds and the squirrels could be interacting because they need to go for this resource. This is one of the limited resources that they deal with for food. I mean, we're in a pretty landlocked area, so I'm sure they find things in trash in other areas, but this is one of their dietary, on their dietary list. There's another stutter, but I'm trying to figure it out. Yeah, so this could be interspecific competition for the bird and the squirrel. This could also lead to resource portioning based on how abundant this is, because now that there are two animals going for this one piece of fruit, they have to share the resources and figure out different times, so they can't just both be going just for this. There's got to be other things in their diet. And along with this comes coevolution, because now that these two people are, or these two organisms are fighting, they have to work through it. So if the bird is way more abundant with this, the squirrel is going to have to adapt. Maybe a new trait of having sharper claws comes on, and now is an increased competition on it. Alright, so I'm kind of done with that for now. From here we can go on to predation. So back with the water bug and the fish. I know we keep going back to that, but predation, the fish eats the bug, so predator and prey. Parasitism, I know there was a dead eel there a couple years ago. I don't know why I always remember it, but I'm sure there was something feeding on it, so the parasite feeds on the host. Here we go, we can come from mutualism. Say this apple comes, or this fruit comes from a tree, and the tree drops it, and the squirrel eats it, and then the squirrel waste, it turns into waste, and the seeds are spread. They're both benefiting because the seeds have been spread and the squirrel has gotten food. Commensalism is interaction that benefits one but has no effect on the other. So if all the wildlife right here works as cover for the fox that's trying to attack the rabbit, but it doesn't really do anything to the plant, so there's no real change for that. There's also ecological succession, so there's primary and secondary. An example of primary is if this place was wiped out from a volcano, I'm going to say, and then the life was slowly introduced. And a secondary would be if this area was not known, such as the coyote. The coyote has moved across states, so I'm sure when the coyote was introduced to here, they're developing in full life areas. I mean, the coyote spreads all across America, so I mean, they're a pretty crazy bunch. I mean, that's what I read my book on, and I really enjoyed that. Inertia or persistence, it's how flexible they can basically be. So the trees, if a tornado came through, how well is it, or how well off is it to stay? How much can they flex when it comes, based on normal weather? When they take winters, when they drop their leaves? I mean, other things like that. Resilience. Sorry, I'm just reading my note card. So, yeah, say if something was wiped out of here and then slowly formed its way back in, we could base that on a level of resilience. Alright, yep, I hope this was suffice enough for chapter 5, and I thank you very much.